is Marcus Corval, and in 2024 I'm going to do the Swedish Classic, which is 4 events, starting with the Vasaloppet, which is 70 miles or 90 kilometers of cross-country skiing. I have done it maybe 3 times in my life. The last time was when I was like 17 years old, and I won't be able to get on a pair of skis until the day of the event. So that will be very interesting. The second part of the Classic is the Vätternrunt, which is biking around the biggest lake in Sweden, which is 200 miles. And then we have Vasaloppet, which is 2.2 miles, I think, about 3 kilometers, something like that, of swimming across the coldest lake in Sweden. And fourth and finally, I'm doing Lidingöloppet, which is 20 miles or about 30 kilometers of running. So 4 events in 2024, and it's all to raise awareness when it comes to DUIs, drinking and driving, or driving under the influence, which also includes drugs. It's a huge problem in the United States with over 10,000 lives lost every single year, but it's also a problem worldwide. My goal is to inform people on why they should not get behind the wheel after they have drank or done any type of prescription drug that could potentially impair their driving ability. It's also a test for myself. On May 18th, I did a full hip replacement, and it will be less than a year when I do the Vasaloppet, and I want to test myself and see if there's something that I will be able to do, and I hope that you can come along for the training that I'm gonna do for the whole Swedish Classic. Vasaloppet is something that's very special to all Swedes. King Gustav Vasa was the Swedish king who escaped the Danes that were trying to kill him, and the distance that he cross-country skied away from the Danes is what became Vasaloppet. King Gustav Vasa was able to get away from the Danes, turn the Swedish forces around, and win the war, which ultimately set the borders of Sweden as we know it today. That happened in 1523, and on June 6th, which is Sweden's Independence Day from the Danes, on top of that 500-year anniversary that Sweden just celebrated, this is the 100th year that the Vasaloppet is happening. So 2 big anniversaries. Is something that's been on my personal bucket list for a very long time. What better year to do it? My problem is I live in Los Angeles, and there is no cross-country skiing in Los Angeles. The closest is Big Bear, which is about 2 hours away, but I want to do this without practicing on actual snow, just to make it a little harder for myself. So the way I'm going to train is by using rollerblades and poles, and also my good old friend, the ski erg. I'm expecting this to take somewhere between 8 to 10 hours, maybe 12 hours, but I have to build up the stamina to be able to go for that long, and obviously prepare for whatever the weather conditions is going to be like. And I won't be able to prepare for until the day that I'm going to put my skis on and then go 70 miles. So I want you to come along for the ride. First and foremost, I need to get some rollerblades and some poles so I can start practicing at the beach in Los Angeles. So Helena Runesson, who's actually done this race many times, she's from northern Sweden where Vasaloppet is, told me, no, you can't use regular poles. You have to use specific poles that gives a little bit. Asphalt doesn't give, snow gives. So there's a lot of pressure on the elbow joint, and you tend to develop tennis elbows if you don't have this specific pole known as Staffan pole, Staffansstaven. Staffansstaven. So if you look at the end here, it looks like a little hook made out of metal, so that you can dig the pole in to create force. You want to put your weight on top of the pole. My second problem is I've been told by Helena that I need to start practicing with gloves on, and I thought, why? I'm in Los Angeles, it's nice and warm here, I don't need no gloves. She said, because you're gonna get blisters on your hands and you need to get used to wearing gloves. So I'm gonna be that crazy guy at the beach, wearing gloves, rollerblades, helmet, with ease. So I presume they will go something like this, maybe? Oh wow, that's cool. Look at that. This is very, very advanced, very, very serious. I don't really know what this, oh there, look at that. I love biomechanics and I love engineering, and this is amazing. That little thing right there is what's going to stop me from getting tennis elbows. And it makes sense, because even from just being on the ski erg, I've definitely felt both my elbow joints, somewhat in my shoulders as well. So this gives me a chance to really practice. I'm excited. Now all that I need are a pair of rollerblades. Let's go. We're gonna do the first trial on a pair of rollerblades, and then get the poles in our hands so we can practice at the beach in Southern California. What's this, a brake? Am I supposed to put this on? Do I need brakes or don't I need brakes? Maybe we start without brakes and then we'll find out if we need brakes or not. That sounds like the right way to do it. Definitely gonna need a helmet. And I forgot my zone, so I won't get my points today. All right, it's almost like a ski downhill. The problem with training with rollerblades is that it's not snow. And it's not like a ski, because on a cross-country ski you can lift the heel, which I can't do here. But sometimes you gotta do the best of a not so great situation. Or rather, I shouldn't complain that we have a beautiful, oh shit. Let me get my helmet. Let me do a couple of turns here on just the rollerblades. I played a lot of ice hockey, so I should be decent still on rollerblades, but it's been a few years, some 20 years. I have cross-country skied maybe 3 times in my life. This feels stable. Here's these poles that have been measured out for me to being on rollerblades. Should be the height. Cross-country skiing, the poles are a little longer, but again, they give a little bit here, so we'll find out here how much force I can create in a few minutes. Safety third, safety first. The goal is to go pretty fast. I also don't know how stable I am on this. All right, here we go. Close as I will get to the real thing until February 25th, so I'm gonna spend a few hours doing this over the next few weeks.